do think there is something unique about American life, right? That things get mashed up, right? The codes get kind of intertwined with each other. You get a kind of patois, right, where there's no pure language being spoken by anyone. And if you're going to, I think, talk, listen with integrity, you're going to have to be open to that fact that it's messy and it's interwoven, and you're going to have sensitivities. Well, yes, I hear what you're saying, but actually this is what's going on, or this is closer to what's going on. And I think that some of it is just, do we have the stomach for the sheer complexity of it? Like I think by and large, the people who talk most about these things, even the smart ones, even the educated ones, don't have the stomach for the real complexity of the issues that are at play. And that's where you get there's a lack of wisdom in the way that they're talking about it, right? Because so many of the people that we privilege, and this isn't just true academically and ecclesially, this is even true in pop culture. We privilege people who have a knack for simplifying, who have a knack for telling us, well, look for this, this, and this, and that'll help you understand. And I don't think it helps us understand, actually, at least not for very long. There may be heuristic value in the short run, but in the long run, it works against wisdom, because life everywhere for everyone, but in a particular way for those of us who are shaped by Americanized Christianities, it's at least middle class American Christianities. Like, it's going to be orders of magnitude more complex than anybody's account is going to allow for, right? And you just have to be ready. You have to have the stomach for that. You have to have, I think, a readiness to say, if we're going to think about this well, if we're going to do anything like map this territory something like accurately, this is a long-term project, and it's going to take a lot of nuancing and adjusting on the fly, where you say it one way and that is provisionally accepted, but then we find better ways of talking about it. I mean, I think that the project of, you mentioned Vervecchi earlier, like what he talks about, the wisdom famine. Like, I think that right at the heart of that wisdom famine is an addiction to simplification and a promotion of people who are good at simplifying. Right? So sometimes people will say that to me. I think over the years, I've had a lot of people say that to me, that I'm good at making complex things simple. And for years, I took that as a compliment, because I heard what they were trying to do is compliment me.
Yeah.
And then one day it dawned on me, to simplify something that's complex is to have violated it. It's to have made a lie of it. If it's truly complex and I simplify it, I violated it, right? I don't want you to tell me that I'm good at that. Like, I don't want to be good at that. What I want to be good at doing, if I can, is to be good at talking about complexity in ways that are true to that complexity and accessible, that allow the person I'm talking with or people I'm talking with to see what I'm seeing about it. I mean, I want there to be understanding between us, but that understanding can't be bought at the violation of whatever it is we're talking about. And it often is. I think in our circles, in order to connect with each other, we share a simplified format and agree, okay, we're going to work with that way of describing things. But that actually ends up violating our spiritual history, our theological history. And, you mentioned Jesus and John Wayne. That's my reaction to that book. Not that the book's not raising some important issues. Of course it is. Right. But if you accept that account and then decide the people who agree with this account are with us and those who disagree with this account are with them, you're doing violence to everyone's actual experience and to what actually I think is best and worst about American evangelical theology and spirituality. So I like that. This touches everything for me. Like this kind of conversation, it takes time to get there. And it takes, you mentioned being high on openness, right? Like the gift of ADHD. That Paul doesn't list it, but that is absolutely one of the gifts of the Spirit.
I thought it was lack of rough and tumble play as a child.
That's what God used to get that
Oh,
gift to
okay.
you. But I mean, we've got to have more space for that kind of thing, just to clear the space to
Yeah.
actually begin the conversation.